for sample 2, for the cantilever beam and loading shown in figure 3.6, write the shear and moment equations and draw the shear and moment diagrams and the elastic curve. So the first thing that we should do is to always solve for the reactions and the moments. Likewise, the shear diagram and then the moment diagram. If you will look at the figure, wala siyang vertical loads. Kaya ang reaction mo dito sa support is 0. Pero yung moment mo, may value. So going back to the shear, since reaction is 0 and there is no loads, yung shear diagram mo is straight line lang, which is constant at 0. And then for moment, since moment is equal to load times lever arm, wala siyang load kaya 0 ang moment. Pero meron kang twisting moment dito. Just like in this case, ano? So meron tayong beam. Yung beam na yan yung ruler. And then, etong kamay ko yung support. Note na kapag nilagyan natin ng load, nagde-deflect yung beam. Di ba? Pero kapag nilagyan mo ng twisting or torque, ganyan ang effect. Okay? So yung twist ng pliers, yan yung moment. Nagkakaroon siya ng moment resistance dito. Kapag ni-release mo tong support, toing, o ganyan. So yan ang effect ng moment. Kung ano yung twisting moment dito sa pliers, yun din ang moment na natransfer dito sa support. So let us now compute your moment. So ang ginawa ko, yung lever arm nung dalawang load is nakatapat siya dito sa horizontal sa support. So 2 times 1.5 clockwise direction plus another 2 times 1.5 would give you 6 kilonewton meter. Okay, so next is, since yung moment mo is negative 6 dito, automatic, horizontal ang kanyang diagram dito. Dahil kung ano ang moment dito, ganun din yung moment sa support. Okay? Next, we now go to shear and moment equations at AB. For shear, it is 0. And then your moment would be negative 6. Okay? Why negative 6? Kasi dito is counterclockwise. Okay? Yung moment due to your load is positive kasi clockwise. Pero yung reaction mo, counterclockwise. Next is at BC, dito na, your shear diagram is always 0. But your moment now is also equal to 0. Dahil, take note na, yung torque mo dito, nasa point B. Pero dito sa kabila, along the span, wala ka ng moment or torque. Pero, if in case, may support ka dito sa point C, hindi na 0 yan. Okay? So, now let's look at the book. And let us compare. Sa moment niya, 2 times 3 is equal to 6. Sa akin, equal to 6 din. So, parehas lang yan. Ang ginamit niya dito, ang lever arm niya is from here hanggang dun. Okay? So, ang kinonsider niya yung 2. Etong 2 rito sa baba, hindi na. Dahil dito siya nag-take moment. Now, dito siya nag-axis. Okay, next, at BC, your moment is negative 6 plus 6 is equal to 0. Now, let's look at the elastic curve. If you will notice na from point A to point B, meron siyang second degree curve. Pagdating sa BC, straight line na lang yan. Okay? So now let's go to problem 3.3. Okay, for this problem, write the shear and moment equations and draw the shear and moment diagrams and the elastic curve. So we have here a beam with pin and roller support and 3 concentrated loads. So always solve first the reactions and the moments. And then you can draw the shear and moment diagram. Ito. So let's solve manually muna. So first step, solve for the reaction at D. Ito yon. So that is R sub D. And then this is reaction at B. Reaction D is equal to 21 kilonewton. That is taken from summation moment B equal to 0. So 16 times 3 clockwise minus 8 times 3 negative kasi counterclockwise minus 8 times RD. Dito tayo nag-moment. 3 plus 5 will give you 8 na lever arm. And then plus 12 times 12. Lever arm nitong 12 is 12 and positive dahil clockwise. Equate that to 0. What is left is reaction at D. Next, huwag ka na mag-summation moment. You simply do summation forces vertical. Okay? So, reaction D plus reaction B plus silang pareho kasi patas minus 8 minus 16 minus 12 is equal to 0. So, from there, reaction B is equal to 15 kilonewton. Now, let's draw the shear diagram. So, ito yung horizontal line, okay? Meron tayong negative 8 na pababa. So, mag-start tayo sa horizontal line. Okay? So, 8 na negative sa pababa. Next, along AB, wala na siyang load, kaya horizontal lang yan. Pagdating mo dito sa point B, meron kang reaction B equal to 15. Okay? So, negative 8, take note na negative yan, kasi nasa ilalim. Negative 8 plus 15 would give you positive 7. Ibig sabihin, nasa taas na siya ng horizontal line. Next, from here, wala nang load dito, kaya horizontal na siya pag ganun. And then, meron kang downward load na 16. So, 7 plus negative 16 would give you negative 9 sa ilalim. Okay? Yan. So, from here to there is 9. Wala na namang load dyan, kaya horizontal. And you will stop here. Meron tayong reaction. So, 9, negative 9 plus 21 would give you positive 12. Tapos, walang load. You move horizontally. Okay, so 12 minus 12 na load should go back to 0. So pag bumalik yan sa 0, meaning yung reactions mo ay tama. Next is yung moment diagram. Ang moment diagram, as I've said before, is simply the area of the shear diagrams. Okay? Kapag yung shear diagram mo ay first degree, or kapag yung shear diagram mo is horizontal lang, meron kang first degree na curve sa moments mo. Okay? So, ito horizontal, yan magiging incline. So, ang area nito is simply 8 times 3 would give you 24. So, from 0, bababa siya ng 24. Okay? Next is, yung area mo dito, 7 times 3. Note na, positive yan, di ba? Ito, negative 8 times 3 is negative 24. So, pababa. Ito naman, 7 times 3 is positive 21. So, 24, this is negative 24, plus this area would give you negative 3. So, mag-stop ka dyan sa negative 3. Next, negative 3 plus this area again. Now, this area is 9 times 5. That is negative 45. Okay? So, negative 3 plus negative 45 would give you negative 48. Next, negative 48 plus this area. take note that this is 12 times 4 would give you 48. So negative 48 plus 48 would go back to 0. So yan ang kanyang moment diagram. Alright, so 8 times 3, this is 24, negative. 7 times 3 is negative 21. Okay, so ulitin natin. Negative 24, pababa, plus negative 21, plus positive 21 would give you negative 3. Okay, negative 3 plus negative 45, negative 48, negative 48, plus positive 48, back to 0. For the elastic curve, dito sa elastic curve, tingnan mo na lang yung loads, di ba? So, dito 8, magde-deflect siya ng pababa. Dito naman, negative 12, magde-deflect siya ng pababa. And then dito, nag-deflect siya ng pataas. Ngayon, paano mo malalaman kung yung direction mo ng deflection ay pababa? Obviously, nandito ka sa cantilever, kaya pababa yan. Next here is, yung curve mo dito, tumaas. So, may relation yan na tataas. Also, sa supports, ang elastic curve mo laging nasa horizontal line. Siyempre, support yan di ba? Next is, you notice na yung moment diagram mo tumaas. Kaya itong curve mo, magse-second degree curve na pataas. Next, yung moment mo, bumaba siya to the first degree. Yung curve mo sa elastic curve, to the second degree, magka-curve downwards. Okay? Now, let's work on the shear and moment equations. So, we have here section AB, and then we have section BC, section CD, and section DE. So, at section AB, meaning you can compute the shear and moment kahit saan ka mag-cut from A to B. Okay? So, yan. Dito, your shear is negative 8. You look here. So, at any section, kung ito yung value ng x, your shear is constant at 8. Okay? Next is, yung moment naman, mag-cut tayo dito. Yung moment mo would be your 8 times the value of x, which is this, negative 8 times x. Likewise, in my solution, at section AB, VL is 8, VR, naglagay ako ng shear at right. Alright. Ang ibig sabihin ng V shear at left. So, nag-cut ako ngayon dito ng section. Ang ibig sabihin nun, coveran mo lahat yung gawin mong free body ito from point A to your cut section. Yan yung VL. So, ang meron lang doon is negative 8. Kung VR naman, takpan mo yung nasa left, ang free body mo, lahat ng nasa right. Okay? So, lahat ng forces, iyan yung shear. Okay? So, we have here 15 minus 16 plus 21 minus 12 is equal to 8. Okay. Ano yung 15? It is your reaction B. Okay? Reaction B is 15, pataas. Minus 16, pababa. Plus reaction D na 21. Minus 12, ayan, pababa, is equal to 8. Notice na shear left is negative 8, shear at right is positive 8. magkakancel silang dalawa. Okay? Yan ang property ng shear at any section. Okay? So, negative 8 plus 8 would give you 0. Ibig sabihin, tama yung iyong equations. Ganon din sa moment. Yung moment left is equal to negative 12. Moment right is positive 12. If you will add them both, magkakancel sila pareho. Okay, punta tayo ngayon dito kay book. Ang ginamit ni book is negative 8x. This is simply the same as your my moment left. Ayan o, negative 8x. Okay? Ngayon, paano nakuha yung moment left na negative 8x? So, remember dito tayo nag-cut. Moment left would be, ang natira lang yung 8 tsaka yung lever arm na x. So, this is counterclockwise, kaya negative 8x. Okay? So, tanggalin muna natin yan. Next, moment right. Takpan mo naman ngayon yung nasa left. Etong right, ang gagawin mong free body. Okay? So, moment right would be reaction. Yan, negative 15. And then, 3 times x. Ano yan, 3 times x na yan? It is actually this distance. Remember that is 3. And then this is x. Kaya 3. This becomes now 3 minus x. Okay? Next. Plus 16. Dahil clockwise yan. So that is now, the lever arm would be 6 minus x. Paano nakuha yung 6 minus x na yan? So, this is 3 plus 3 minus this distance. Yan yung lever arm mula dito hanggang dyan. Okay, next is minus 21. Yan yung reaction at D. The lever arm from your section is 11 minus x. Plus 12. Yan na. This is clockwise direction. Times its lever arm na 15 minus x. Okay, tanggalin muna natin yan. And this one. Ito na ngayon yung equation mo sa moment. Okay, now let us compare this with the book. Ayan. Kay book, negative 8x. Dito sa book, hindi na niya pinakita yung moment right. Okay, why? Dahil mas mahirap mag-solve ng moment right. Maraming proseso, but it will just give you the same moment only in opposite direction.